I was really young and exploring music, running into like new hip hop at the time, like in about 89, 90, 91, somewhere up in there. I was just getting like exposed to hip hop, what was presented to us, via the radio, and the movies wasn't exactly, what the core of the culture was. And I went discovering some tapes and ran across some Rakim, some EPMDs,
yeah, no doubt.
Just a lot of the greats at the time, and I wasn't hearing that music, and that's kind of what drew me to the art form. Started writing music when I was 10, and that's pretty much what I've done my whole life.
Okay, well, of course, like a lot of singers, I started singing in church, and that's kind of like the platform. That's really where you start to really learn yourself. You really start to learn your voice. You really start to learn what it means to interact with an audience or engage with an audience, and just to be able to feel their responses. Once I would turn about 13, I started writing songs. I don't think I really got good at it until I was about 18, 17 or 18, and so with me, I also went to performing arts high school, so that actually helped me because I was able to be around other people like myself, as well as teachers who really nurtured me and that kind of thing. So from there, I just kind of grew my passion and just tried to find my lane and what worked for me, and that's where I am now.
Fashion, I have loved fashion ever since I knew what heels and bags were, probably from the age of 5, 6 years old. I always watched my mom and grandmother and aunts get dressed, and it was a science to it. So I just started studying them, then I started studying Vogue, and then I started styling myself, just always trying to be different. I didn't start creating artwork until I was about 19, and that's when I started doing collages with magazines.
I think as a child and as the elementary school student, I wasn't the best student, and it was a teacher that actually spoke to my mom and told her that your daughter has an artistic talent, and that was like the one thing that I was good at that kind of sparked me into art. From that point on, I just kind of would draw and paint, and that was the one thing that I was good at.
I think I've always wanted to be a model, but I got a little off track. I went to school, and then I went to college, and then I found 2 ladies who saw it in me, and they've been helping me out since, so I've been with them for the last couple of years.
The current state of music right now, I personally think is great. A lot of artists are able to put out music without any restrictions from a record label. Everybody's being, has full creative freedom to make what they want to make right now without, like I said, without the label stepping in. So I think music is good. I mean, of course, we're going to have some bad music or music that we ain't going to like, or some music that's forced on us through, channels that we don't have any control over. But what we do have control over is our ability to find music that we like.
Yes, sir.
And there's more good music than it is bad music. So I think the state of music right now is beautiful. It's probably the best since the golden era, in my opinion.
In general, I think it's oversaturated. But I think that's a good and a bad thing. I think also there are no rules, which is why it's oversaturated. So with there being no rules, you can do whatever. You can be an international artist overseas, and nobody would know you over here. You can live your life regularly. You can strive for mainstream. You can just be cool with, being hot in your city. A lot of people, social media has really changed the game. So there really are no rules. But with that, like I said, it's oversaturated. You get everybody's a producer, everybody's an artist, and it can make it hard for people who really are talented, who really sleep, eat, and breathe this thing. But the goal is just to keep pushing and keep striving and just find your lane and go for it.
My perspective on fashion is I have a huge imagination, so I'm always thinking outside the box. So I feel like the limits are constantly being pushed in regards to arts and fashion. I mean, I follow people like Kanye, Wale, who are super creative, Sia. There's just so many different musical artists that I follow, and I just love the direction that they're taking their art art into, like in regards to how they shoot their videos, and editorial shoots is just super imaginative. So it's like no limits on where it's headed.
Cool.
In the Richmond area, I think it's really taken off a lot more than what it used to be, more open.
Also with art, and even with new artists, it gives everyone a real opportunity to really be themselves. Like, the thing that's so comforting about art is that it's no wrong way to do it. My partner, as far as in our business painting, has given me the opportunity. She's like, it's not wrong. Whenever I have a vision and it doesn't quite work out in my mind the way it starts off, it just gives, it's comforting. I think, and that allows artists that once they just attempt to do art, they're doing okay. So with that, it's just no limits. I've seen different artists just go to next levels, and even when I look at art, no matter who it is, whether it's a child or an accomplished artist, you can just see that there's no boundaries, and that in itself is really profound. It makes it easy to do or to attempt for me.
Oh man, I got a probably extreme list of artists that I've worked with in this area. Mainly starting out with Nicholas Seth and Radio B, my partners. My producer, my brother named Brand. I've worked with, from the old school, Skills, Lonnie, Gallo, Nada, Angel. Yeah, the list is crazy.
Yeah,
I can't
good.
really even recall it. Like,
Fresh.
I'm almost positive almost every artist in this area I probably either work with them on in one way, shape, or form, like Noah, or gosh, there's just so many people to name. I've worked with a lot. Now, who would I like to work with?
Yeah.
Pusha T. I haven't worked with Pusha yet. I want to work with Missy. Haven't worked with Missy yet. I want to work with Pharrell. I haven't worked with Pharrell yet. But outside of them, I think those are like some key people that I want to work with within the DMV area. But again, there are a lot of artists, too many to name, that I've worked with. Northern Virginia, locally here in Richmond, 757. Shout out to all those artists that I've ever worked with. They know who I am.
The DMV area, I've worked with Marcus E. Shad, I've worked with John Bibbs, I've worked with, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, a lot of great people here in Richmond. CNS Studios, those are my boys over there. They mix a lot of my material. I would love to work with anybody who's interested in working with me. I would love to work with Black Alley. They're a band in DC. I love them. I know a lot of their musicians. I would love to work with, like Maya is in the DMV area. I would love to work with people who are from here, like Timberland and Missy. If I could ever get to them, that would be great. But outside of that, I'm just open to whoever is around.
Locally, we haven't worked with a lot of people in this area. We've reached out to a couple of people. Some we're still kind of speaking to about collaborating with. Some, weren't. We couldn't find a common ground in order to collaborate.
Okay.
We would love to work with Wale, just with him being from our area, but he is like super creative and talented and poetic, and I could just see where we would be able to add to his creativity.
Recently, we worked with, or we were invited to an event, the William Ockpo event in New York, with some designers, young women designers that were dope. It was a great opportunity, and it was awesome being able to see some Black girls rock, basically,
Indeed.
doing their thing, and the fact that they saw our page and reached out to us. They actually thought we were in New York, and we said, look, we'll be in New York.
No
Here's the
doubt.
date. So
It's right up the street. So
yeah. So that was a collaboration or an invitation to work with them on their first year anniversary, William Okpo and their designer. So that was an awesome experience.
That was my first big event. So to be invited there, and they dressed me in some of their original pieces, and they shot a video, and we were in their video. So as an up and coming model, I think that was a great experience for me.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay.
Which you did really, really good.
You rock.
I don't even know. I don't even know. I think a lot of artists in general are always promoting themselves on the social media. I think my brother Radio actually goes really hard with promoting himself.
Indeed.
Shameless plug. Him and I got a new project out, 10,000 hours. But he goes really hard promoting himself. But it's also a lot of hard work put in too. So me from a social media standpoint, I kind of try to keep everything with the art. So I don't post too heavy, but I kind of post what's necessary to keep me relevant in the space.
Indeed.
I get a lot of people from New York on my newsfeed, so I have a really good friend of mine in New York who's a bass player. He's actually a bass player for like Hezekiah Walker and all of the classic gospel artists. Let's see. I also see my girl Kia Bennett on my timeline a lot. I also see Butcher Brown. They're always on my timeline. Good people, good dudes. I've done one of their shows as well. I also see another good band around here by the name of Future Prospect. There's some young guys. I actually went to college with all of them, and they're really doing their thing. So a lot of great music out here.
I'm gonna say on camera that I can't really speak to that just because of the fact that we have our heads in the sand so much trying to create and build painted. However, I'm very inspired by Richmond. I don't know a lot of the artists' names who do the graffiti locally, but when I'm riding up and down the streets all day long, I'm inspired. From one building to the next, it's art everywhere. There's somebody who is knitting some type of garment to go on the street signs. I saw that just on the way here. So everywhere I look is art all around the city, just being, On the way here, I came down, what was that, Cary?
Cary got some dope art out there.
Cary.
Indeed.
I live close to the boulevard, so like the Scott's Addition area. I travel the same streets all the time, going from, I guess, the north side area over into the Bird Park area. So of course the fan area is heavy.
Fan is dope.
So when I look around, I'm just like even the GRTC bus barn, they took a lot of that artwork down from the buildings,
Dope.
but the graffiti is crazy.
Okay.
And it's very inspiring.
Dope.
I would like to add to that too.
Yeah.
I feel like for Nikki, as an artist herself and as a painter herself, it's easy for her to be inspired by the art around Richmond. But I think what speaks more to that is that myself, I am not an artist. However, it speaks to me as well. And I think that says a lot about how inspiring the art is around here. Yeah. That it can touch people who aren't even into that type of thing,
No doubt.
Now, I will say, I started following Cam Cooper.
Okay.
And
dope.
I see that he's trying to move. I know he's on the radio, but he's trying to move in a different direction. I've noticed that he's doing a lot of different events, and he's kind of going about it in a different way than I've seen on the feeds of other DJs or radio personalities. So I'm kind of, he seems young and fresh and innovative, kind of a different feel to just the regular radio personality. So.
I think the DMV or Virginia itself is unified. I think all of the artists know each other or know of each other. We're not beefing with each other. We all want to see each other grow. There are particular artists that have, an edge more than others. But again, we still rally. They still rally around us, and I think we are unified. We just need. I think what we need is for like our infrastructure to grow, where we can actually put more people in a position, or bring more people to Virginia, or let people know that we here rocking. And Richmond has a lot of special talent to offer.
Yes, indeed.
We don't have a beach here. We don't have a sports team. We don't have nothing major to draw outside people here on a regular basis. But what we do have is good music, good food, good art. And I think in any city where music, food, and art are dominated, then you definitely get a more unified culture.
I think that we should kill all the beef, kill all the pettiness. Like I was actually thinking about something this morning. I had a little spiff with a singer. It was a complete misunderstanding, and you know, I just think that if we can just get past that stuff, we can do great things for this area. There's no reason why the DMV area should not be like a New York or like a Atlanta or like a LA. There's no reason at all. Like there's so much talent here. There's so much we have to offer the world. So I would say squash the beef. I would say we need more songs together. We need more opportunities together, and getting past our cliques. If somebody get on a major festival, then bring one of your homies on. Do a song that y'all did together. If somebody get on, you know, a TV show, bring one of your homies on. That kind of thing. So I think if we learn how to give and take that kind of way, I think it will help us. And I think that's the biggest thing. Yeah, just kind of help us.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that the Richmond scene needs to become more liberated in the sense of doing it first and not following. You know, this is a very conservative area of Richmond. So anybody who's different, they stand out, but they stand out in almost a questionable way until the masses start doing it. You know, so for me, I've always stood out because I've always been different. I'm always attracted to people who are like me, different, and they can't not be different even if they want it to be. So it's almost like those types of people end up flocking together, and then everybody else is on the outside. I just think that Richmond needs to become more liberated in being, you know, free to be different.
I think that sometimes it's Richmond is kind of waiting for, and I don't want to kind of repeat what she says, but waiting for it to be okay to do something. And we, you know, it's not that we haven't connected with a lot of artists, but we've just kind of started fresh and leaped into something, and we've been so into our grind, not so much not focusing on anyone else, but just trying to figure it out, you know, ourselves.
Fair enough.
That it's kind of not allowed. We've looked, and we're still figuring it out. So it's been different because living in Richmond and kind of growing up, a lot of times it feels as though people don't really get it until after it's established.
Indeed.
And so we just want to keep it clean with what we're trying to do and kind of keep our vision with not a whole lot of input. We want input, but we want to kind of figure it out and be encouraging and supportive of others, but just trying to, through the path of figuring out what, or trying to establish or really understand our clear vision. We don't want it to get misconstrued, or that's not really the right word.
Well, I mean, you just want to make sure that it's our voice that
Our
you're
voice,
hearing,
exactly.
you know, our aesthetic, and not what.
And not
else
being
thinks.
concerned with how anyone else feels as an artist.
Dope.
You know,
Indeed.
Being the best don't mean shit. Blind leaders on quest to get rich, I'm on a quest. Describe my name in one of those bricks inside a temple with kings. My tagger look like a glyph. I beat the sun up, heat the summer, beat the winter for a band. I beat the drummer, wanna feed my mama. Make my daddy proud to see his son up with them commas. And what I do for that, it might just go and eat your conscience. I got the devil in the sleeper, breaking bread with the reaper, killing in my leisure. Making murderers, I see ya, I ain't no pussy. I ain't no pussy, please don't push me. A veteran, but every year it's like my rookie. My car got the plastic on it, like a body on the ground with the matic on it. Death is on my mind, I manifest and make it tragic, don't it? Something out of nothing, it's nothing to put the magic on it. All hooks, no rap. Think of years wearing all black, confident like a motherfucker. Your girl think I'm all that. MichaelMillions.com is my tag on pretty much everything. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go to MichaelMillions.com and get that music. Watch the film for Beautiful. Beautiful album is available. Goes to $20 bills is available. And for my fans, Ashes and Samples is available. Color Purple is available. Loose Change is available. What else we got? The Michael album is available, but the 2 latest projects, Goes to $20 bills and Beautiful, are out right now. 10,000 Hours is out right now. And we got I got more music on the way. I always got music on the way. So Michael Millions at everything. So find it. Be the greatest me that I could be. Ali, be the greatest you that you could be. Ali, we be the greatest we that we could be. Ali could be the greatest we that we could be. Ali, it's 4 in the morning, I know that the sun is coming. He know that I'm waiting for him, I'm already running. Eyes already wired, I'm already blunted. Returning all of the devil's fire, this is what we wanted. Hardly sleep is too exciting to be awake. Been in corners and forests, just know that I'm on the way. The stars may align for a nigga. Fans wrapped around the corner.
Keep climbing till you're fearless. Keep walking till you run. Keep giving. Never be empty. You'll never be empty. You'll never be empty. No. First things first, you can find everything about me on my website, delirow.com. Of course, I'm on Facebook. My Facebook page is Delirow Music. Twitter and Instagram is at Delirow. YouTube is Deli Got Soul. Snapchat, RedRow19. But once you see it, come up as Delirow. I have a new project coming out September 27th entitled Smile Again. I also have 2 other previously released projects that came out a couple years ago. One of them is called The Art of Possibility, and the other one is called Growing Pains. Like I said, you can find all of that information on my website. That's the central location for me. So anything you want to know about me is right there.
Our Instagram is Painted Nico Swan, PAINTED _ Nico NIKO .Swan SWAN.
And you can follow my modeling page on Instagram, which is Kenny Baby, KYNNIBBY.
Probably one of my oldest pieces. I probably did it in the 5th grade.
5th grade?
Yes, it was a still life. We were painting a still life. You can tell by the signature that I was just learning how to cursive. But
you had the quiet sense of confidence. I knew that turned me on. I like the fact that you held the door for me and you tucked in my dress. I like the way you